Start for a little while. Week 11, groups. Talking about groups. So in the activity today, I will show you right now because I prefer to show you when we start so you can have a perspective of what is the assignment, and with the knowledge that we will be exchanging, it will help you better to do everything. It's not difficult at all. It's not difficult. But let me show you real quick. So if you go to if you want to say something, remember you are free to talk anytime, interrupt, put in the chat, whatever you want, okay? So week 11, leadership in teams and decision groups. So based in chapter 11, answer the following question. I'm going to click so you can see. I hope I don't. Okay, so if based on the chapter 11, answer the following question. Think about your current or previous experience in a work team. What was there a single formal or informal leader of the team, or the leadership was shared in group? So, in simple words, what happened in this group? That's the question. So, what task-oriented and group maintenance behavior were performed, and who performed them? So, which leader you identify that maintained the group together? What they did, or what this person did, or what you did in this group, like together. So, it's telling your experience being in any kind of group. What was your experience? And I ask you to answer at least two of your classmates in this discussion. It's a discussion, so everybody will see what you do there. I haven't graded this. My ones that did it, I have several students that did it, so just wait for me. Dame un momento. Give me a second. I have some people asking stuff and I telling, wait. So again, here you will share your experience in a group. It's a discussion, and then because it's a discussion about groups, you can talk with two of your classmates and everybody will see like you are used to do this discussion. It's nothing new for you. So then once you're done with this, I took the wrong place. Sorry. So here, again, I'm going to do it everything from zero. Lesson. And you go to the lesson 11, leadership in teams and decision group. And then once you do your discussion, 21% of my community here did it. So yes, review chapter 11, leadership in teams. What is that? You're going to read this paragraphs about Moon Events Corporation. Some of you did it, but I have to keep checking your answer, okay? So have me patient. You see, I have some answers to verify. This is talking about a company located in Japan. I don't have nobody from Japan in this class, but it's giving an example about what happened in Moon's Event Corporation. They have, somebody want to come to the meeting, no? Okay. Well, in this activity 11 review, it's again to read this story about Moon Events. They had a group situation and they have, let's say, some people were not engaging in the group. They have some difference in this group. So you will say your opinion about this. Two questions only. What leadership problems impede the performance? You will notice there was a performance situation in the group. And then you will see, describe some ways to help and improve. Bye. That's all your work in these two questions. But as I always tell you, please at least give me one paragraph with 5 sentences for one question and 5 sentences for the second question at least, so I can see some development, I can see some content. Some of you are do better effort and you give me a longer response so I can see your analysis, your thinking on this process. And that's all I want for this week. Just answer these 3 questions. One in the two in this review and the other one in the discussion, and you are done. So that's it. It's not difficult because some of you did it, so it's not giving you hard time. And you will see your grades updated soon. In this week, at least Thursday and Friday, you will see your grades ready. Okay, so that's something important to tell you. Here, this is the topic. I'm sharing my screen. No, I wasn't sharing my screen at all. Oh my God, I was so excited showing you the assignment and everything. No, no, nothing at all. I was not sharing my screen. Okay, now I will start to share. So what I was explaining you all the time and trying to show you my screen and I didn't was this. Somebody want to say something? Anyway, if you go to this one here, based on the chapter 11, answer the following question. And now you will see the discussion I was showing you here. Based on the chapter 11, is your experience in a team? What happened in this team? And you will answer the question. And that's it. Again, it's a discussion and your classmate will see your answer and you can exchange with them. That's it. And then if you get away of the discussion, once you answer, you have the review chapter 11. But it's not like we usually do. It's not multiple choice. It's just to read at least this little case study about Moon Events Corporation in Japan. You read what happened there. They have a dissatisfaction situation in this company. And they had a meeting. And when the meeting happened, there were some things that were impacting this group negatively. Some of them have lack of trust on each other. Some of them have some communication problems. So that's what happened in this group. Once you read it, you want to give your opinion, answer these two questions that I was explaining you before. Just one paragraph at least for each one, 5-sentence paragraph, and that's it. What leadership problem happened? Period. Describe some ways to help. Period. That's it. That's the activity for today, for this week, this week. As soon as you send it, remember 1 month left, 1 month left, and the system closed, and then there is no way to keep going. And then all the faculty have to submit the grades to the registration department. So I want everybody in turbo mode to complete all the assignment for everybody, all the teachers, okay? Just read this, answer the two questions like you usually do. So no big deal on that. Now let's go to our topic today. So again, that's what we're gonna do this week. You don't need to answer. We don't gonna do activity together. I know you prefer this better, but today we have different ways. So talking about chapter 11, leadership in teams, I'm showing you the screen. This is the chapter from your book, from this book. The book is available if you click on dashboard. You can download from there everything too. But you have a summary here that I prepared. Okay, so it's talking about some recommendations to deal with groups. Like we have now a group here. Some of you have different skills, all of you have different skills, and that's what makes this group rich. Right? Let's say that we have to develop a project. Now we are not close to each other. Maybe it's kind of hard to do that. Not impossible, but it's harder, of course. But yeah, that's why we have different types of group. Again, if you want to share your opinions, what happened to you in the past or now, how you manage groups, maybe in your communities, in your works, in everything you do, you can share things that help you and can help us to improve in the group management. Okay, so this is very important, right? When we manage group, some of you will tell me, no, but I prefer to work alone by myself. Yes, that's good too, but you will need help. You will need a group because actually it's a view all, admit all. Okay, people trying to come to the meeting. Okay, so again, you will need help from others in anyway. So, as even if you are fan of working by yourself, and some of you tell me that in other courses and other surveys that we did, but again, you will need abilities, skill to manage your group. And I have people here, experts on that, business owners and managers, directors, or any other kind of position. Please share with us your strategies or what you did or what you have been doing to manage groups. Okay, that's why we need to study these kind of things. So, team building activities are another strategy to maintain the group. Um, some activities are related to professional, some activities are more distracting, fun, things like that. Right. So, in some cases, we need to involve. mm, 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 Actually, I can tell you, you can find different ways to integrate your team in decision, even if they are not taking the decision. So you can find ways, for example, asking them about certain process that you will be implementing, uh, like. mm, for example, sometimes I ask you, I don't know if you know this, but I like to ask you or show you, okay, this is the schedule we are doing. What do you think? Maybe I know what I'm going to do, but I prefer to hear what you think about this strategy. So ask to your team members, okay? Ask to your team members, even if you have already the decision taken, but you can see insights, you can see their opinions, their perspective, how easy or how difficult they will receive this new decision. For example, how in which grade they will be accepting this decision that the organization is making. So some things you can do. Um, Again, you will find this information all the time in this material. Research about leadership. Why? Because there is nothing, as I always say, there is nothing 100% effective or proof that it always works like that. It's not exact. It's social science, so it's not exact. Some things can work for you or for other groups. That's why I tell you, tell me what works for you, what you have been doing, or what you did in the past, or what you are doing now to maintain your groups. Okay, here some of the mm, aspects that we need to check to take care to determine the team performance. Right? Remember, everything today is about team, about groups, team and groups, not individual process, more collective. I think somebody wanna come. Yes, admit to the meeting. So, for example, we talk about commitment to tasks and objectives, the member skills. I was telling when we start, you have several skills here in this group. I can notice that, and when I'm talking with you or in past courses, I can notice you have several skills that make you rich and contribute to any group that you belong. Okay, so the good thing with this kind of interaction is that you can discover what you have to give. There is a lot that you have to give, and I think that I can say some of you even don't know how much things you have inside of you. You sometimes you don't notice because you see it like naturally, it's not important, everybody can do that, but nobody can do it like you. So it's important to promote this confidence in the individual, and also, of course, we are talking about groups, right? So external coordination, right, to external resources that helps the group grow. Sometimes you will need external help. What about trainings? Right? Training is always a great example to mention. Mutual trust, cohesiveness, cooperation, all of these aspects help in the performance. Look at this one. This one doesn't like to work in group because This one, she likes to work by herself. But she have a sister, but she's like this. Anyway, collective efficacy. So again, in the cohesiveness of the group, right? Together, collective learning and member diversity. Here in this group, we have some diversity, right? As we were talking when we start, we have this different perspective, which make the group rich. All this is the explanation of all of these aspects that we were talking about. So you can see it. So easy to read, a big letter. So I hope you can use it. Some determinants for the performance. So it's good that we, implement strategies to improve the performance of our group. What is cross-functional workings? A simple example that we can use is two groups cooperating with each other. For example, we are in charge of production and we have help from scientist department, I don't know, research and development, right, is the what I need to say. So production and research and development will help each other to find strategies to improve the quality of the products or introducing new products to the market, right? But operation will need research and development. For example, let's put it simple, a vaccine for COVID. So they will need the research team to do the investigation, the formal investigation, and detect the best or the possible ways to obtain this product. But operation, for example, or production, I must say production, can put these ideas in the market, in a real product. Just an idea, right? So cross-functional teams, some experience or some skill that are needed, technical expertise. We were saying, for example, if I'm talking about research and development, I have, for example, scientists in charge, and a production will help me to develop this product. Project management skills, interpersonal, cognitive, remember, cognitive about the knowledge, political, let's say the procedures necessary to work in these cross-functional teams, okay, in case that we have a project. I will tell you something, when you have this kind of commitments, like you are doing a project, if you are working with that, try to make your timetable. What is timetable? It's a table that you can make in Excel with the task that everybody have to do and the name of the person and the due dates. I am no fan of this because I'm kind of a creative person that I like the freedom, but in the business environment, you need some organization. You need it. So my advice for all of you, if you are dealing with a team, with a group, and I have a lot of leaders in this class, so that's what I'm saying this. Let's do a table in Excel. I make you tiny video in one class and I put it in one group. And this video show you how to, copy and put the things in Excel. Simple. So you put the task, the name, the due date, or some clarification that you need. And you're going to make like 4 columns with the name of your team. And then you distribute your timetable to everybody in email. It's something you can do to help you. So if you are doing a project with a group of people, it's important that somebody think about this, okay? So don't relay that other people will do it. try to take the leadership and organize what the thing need to be done. And people, if you always put your effort, if you always do your best, even if you think that you won't receive anything, don't worry, do it. Do it, because at the end, your compensation will be higher than that. Sometimes you think to yourself, oh, I don't want to do this because, what I'm going to receive, what I'm going to get here, I don't have value, they don't take me in consideration. Don't think like that. Think, never, never, never lose your standard. Never lose your standard. Even if you don't want to earn anything, don't worry, because this life, this world is have justice. I believe on this justice, and if you give your best all the time, it's not gonna fail. It's not gonna let you down. So my advice, always do your best in the teams, even if you think you won't have the benefit. Don't worry for that. Do your best, because also you don't know who is watching. You don't know who is watching, and the opportunities are special. They come suddenly and you get surprised. But because you work hard and you put your best, especially when we are in these groups, I know it's not easy. And I know sometimes you relate, you say, okay, somebody else will do it. I'm not responsible. I'm not the manager. Don't think like that. I always want to push you to have this entrepreneur spirit, even if you have your own business or you are working in a corporation, any other business, have this entrepreneur spirit, because that gonna take you to the moon, like Mohammed said when we start. Richard looks like he's on the moon. Yes, it's gonna take you to the moon. So more explanation on that. Facilitating condition for self-management teams. So what that means? This means how you can make the environment better. And actually, you can take a picture of this part, because this part can help you to develop your activity with the Moon Events Company, the review, because the review for week 11, because this activity will ask you how you will do to make it better in this group. So here you have an idea. Have relevant skill, determine the work progress, stable membership, complex and meaningful tasks. Why? Because in the group that we had in the case study, they had a lack of instruction, lack of cooperation, lack of communication. So that's why I'm telling you that works and help you for that. This is self-management teams, and you will ask yourself, what is that? Self-management teams is a team that is more, let's say, independent team that is developing this project like an island, right? Let's put it this way, as it's a complete whole island, doing the process a little bit maybe independent of the rest of the organization. So we can do that. For example, if we are here in this class, we can say, let's say that a couple of you will be in charge of something, so you work independently, not monitored by any of us. Leadership in self-management team. So some recommendation in this part. Some responsibilities will be independent from the leader, and the team will work by themselves. If you have experience or something happened to you regarding groups, tell us so we can learn from you, or you can put it on the chat or just say it anytime. Guidelines for leading teams. So let's say advice. Also, this advice will help you with the activity review in the week 11, because remember one of the questions tell you what is your recommendation for this team. So here you have recommendations. in this screen, guidelines for leading team, common interest and value. That's one of the problems that happened in the case study. They didn't have common interest and value. Ceremonies, ritual, and symbols to develop collective identification. Here, for example, we come from all over the place. We have different opinion in many things. We are accustomed to different things, or maybe that's not the word. We are used to different things or different traditions, right? So, but we have something in common. We want to learn, and we are staying in this country that we want to stay for now, right? So that's things that we have in common. And so those are things that we can use to identify ourselves. Something that I feel that we have in common here, like this group, is we have this passion for improvement, passion for being better, because we are immigrants and we are trying to get there. It's not the same. If you look the people in your age that was born in this country, or the people in your age that is in back home in your countries, they are in different status. Maybe they say, oh, why I didn't stay in my place? Because my friends are very comfortable. Or if I look people here on my age, look at them, they are very comfortable. That's why it's not healthy to compare yourself with others, because everybody has been going through on a different process. All of us, we have been going through different process. Nobody is the same than other. But yes, this is some guidelines that we can use to identify us here in this group. Like we have this passion for improving. Anyway, I wanted to tell you more stuff, but I think they are a little bit more, I get with the motivation speed and with the personal stuff. But, people, I'm 39 years old. I'm 39, and so and this age, some people have some achievements. Let's say this way, and you look at yourself, you say, "Wow, I would like to do this and that." So that's why I keep saying, don't compare yourself, because, for example, in my case, I have been going through many things, like all of us, right? Like all of us here. So use these things that you think make you weak in your favor. Use the thing that maybe, I don't know, I can tell you many things, but use it in your favor. Let's put it simple. Facilitate social interaction, inform people about group activity and achievement. That's something that I like to promote on you. The achievement, for example, this person did this or did that. This is something good to mention all the time. So don't forget that. Conduct process analysis. What is that? Monitoring the progress, in simple words. And all of these ones, you can read it on the screen. Incentives for mutual cooperation. This is something you mention all the time in your assignments, the rewards. You mention this, and providing support to the employees. This is something you mention all the time in your assignments. So it's the same here. Guidelines for leading an after activity review session. All of these points will help you with your activity. All of this, because that is giving you recommendation. When you see this word guidelines, it will help you. So you can use them for your activity. So this is some guidelines, recommendation, advice to manage the session when you have groups. Okay, don't forget. More information about guidelines, leading meetings. In this case, study the situation happened because a meeting. So this is more information that can help you. Leading the meetings. In the Moon Events Corporation, in the case study, there was a meeting. So that's when they discovered all the problems they had. leading meetings. Encourage, facilitate participation. That's something I try to do with you, but I am not very successful. That you can forcing you to promoting the participation in all of you. It's hard. It's hard with the technology. And like my teachers always say, I cannot make them participate because they are all over the place. So that's the challenge we have in these courses. But anyway, now you know. Integrative solution, what is that? Integrating everybody in common purpose. Clarify responsibility, something that we always mention. Here you see like a picture, right? How you can work with meetings, positive attitude, remember that you own the meeting. What that means, like you are in charge, so maintain the guideline, maintain the order as you establish, prepare your agenda, and collaboration between members, promoting that. And that's it. That's all the content that we have. What else we have? Remember, basic in the chapter 11, answering the following question, and review chapter 11, leadership in teams. So that's in general everything. What comments do you have or something? I think I don't gonna take you too much time, people, because I'm done. What else? You wanna say something, Bilal? You want something? I hear you. I think I hear your voice.
Ma'am, I was just saying you already took too much time. Now it's time to wrap the class.
What? It's time to what?
Wrap the class. Finish the class.
You are the best.
You
You are
already
the
took.
best. Look
Yes,
at
ma'am,
you.
I'm the
Look
best.
at you doing whatever you want over there. I have to stop
No,
recording
ma'am.
because this
No,
is
ma'am. This.
okay. Manage recording. Okay, so I'm gonna stop recording here.